Hey guys, welcome to a game called Idle Cave Miner. So we got our little guy just chopping away here with this coal, this dirt here. Apparently got some copper there. Um, oh, we can also do damage to the blocks, so let's work on doing that real quick. Let's just do all that. What does this do? Oh, we can unlock our next guy. Um, Alright, we can click on the bird. And we get two of those. Let's enable that real quick. Oh, so we can get some copper bars. Alright, then we'll move on the floor 2 here. Looks like every floor is going to be a little bit tougher. Which is fine. Shouldn't make that much of a difference. Okay, we can unlock our next miner there. Let's do some upgrading. Alright, so right here's our achievements, I think. Or no, that's quest. Okay. I'm just trying to look at this and figure out what we've got cooking. Oh, we don't actually have to click on anything in particular. We just have to click. I mean, it does 12 damage to something. But if we click on a specific block, it does target that. Um, let's do bonus damage. Alright, so you need 500 coal. You need a bunch of, yeah. Okay, that's how we change all that fun stuff. Okay. Alright, so our next achievement is to purchase 4 more upgrades after that one we just bought. Alright, this is 4 or 5. Easily defeat it. Okay, it looks like we have iron ore here. Which I'm assuming gets us more coins. And we just need that one more upgrade there. Oh, we can click and hold actually as well, so I'm going to be a little bit better on my fingers. Oh, that's really close. I mean, we can probably... Yeah, let's change this over to iron for just a moment. That way so we can get the 3 iron ingots that we need. Or the 5 that we needed for our next guy. Is that one guy mining with a shotgun? He is, isn't he? That's quite the interesting way to do things. Alright, getting some achievements already as well. What exactly are those used for? Oh, they're used for the augments. Okay. Let's just increase our forge output just a little bit. just to make sure we get it done. We'll make sure we tap there. Alright, looks like we have some amethyst. Let's see here. Alright, we can unlock guts here. Alright, then we also unlocked a second forge here. That way so we can have both iron and copper being made at the same time. We should probably go to our upgrades here. Okay. So this is how we start getting into idle time and all that fun stuff. But let's hold off on that. Earning 10,000 coins, not going to take very long at all. Especially when we click on the bird there. Nice and easy. More damage, please. What do we need for upgrades? A bunch of stuff. Alright, so you need 10 more iron bars, anyway. Let's go to augments. Is that the amethyst that we need? Yes. Okay. So that's how we increase speed. Let's set both of these to iron just for a second. Because what was it that we needed? Don't really know. We'll hold off on that for just one moment. Oh, yeah, we need 8 more to unlock our next miner. Doesn't look like there's anything new here. Not even really that close to our next upgrades. Anyway, not exactly sure what's going on there, so we'll just ignore it for now. Alright, here in 20 seconds we'll have enough for our 5th miner. Alright, so we should be able to unlock you. So let's see here. So our next one needs 25 amethyst and 10 gold. Or maybe 100 copper. Or 25 iron, so all kinds of ways we can unlock more stuff. Let's go into achievements. Let's look at our forges. Put a little bit into the augments on each of those. 10% more output. I wonder if that's like a 10% chance to double. We're blasting right on through these floors here. Get that Tweety bird out of here. Sure, let's go ahead and buy that. Let's set you to copper, so we can start making some copper. Okay. Let's do that. We just like tripled our damage, I think. So is it adequate? Nope. But it's what we got, so. Got a whole bunch of gems out of that bird. Getting pretty close to clearing cave floor 25. Only 3 more levels to go. We're doing some crits for 3,400 damage, which doesn't seem like that's going to be very much in this game. Can't unlock anything, can't upgrade anything yet. We're pretty close to unlocking you. Which I really don't know how. So you seem to just be a better version of Guts here. But anyway. About another 200 damage or so. We will help that out. Alright, okay, so we can prestige now. But we found some gold, so right now we'd get 315. Which after we collect these, what would 315 souls get us? Maybe some mining power. Let's just hold off on this. Until we get a little bit more. And then we also have this now, so let's upgrade you. And let's put you towards gold, maybe? That should be our another guy there. So you should be able to go there. Oh, you're actually insane. So you do damage in the whole to the whole row. That's pretty good. So what is our prestige up to now? 362. It's not really going up that fast. Let's see what we have once we complete this row here. 410, which that did take a while, so let's go ahead and claim that. Prestige, let's go to souls. See, but right there. Sure, we'll buy you as well. And we'll do that. So our bonus tap damage is 123% times, or it's 123% better, and so is our mining power. And then our critical hit multiplier, which it isn't doing anything right now since we don't have any chance of it. So that was kind of a mistake on my part, but we'll get over it. Okay, so do we keep like the ores that we have? It seems like we do. Just like we keep our people. So we really don't lose too terribly much progress. Alright, so, let's see here. We'll work on this for a second, try to get our clicks done. We'll do a little bit of a cheeky auto clicker action here. And let's go down here to our upgrades. Okay, so we can skip floors apparently. Okay. I'm not going to do that there. Let's go to our upgrades. Boost all that. Can we upgrade anybody? Doesn't look like it. So let's go over here. Let's upgrade that real quick. Collect that achievement. Not you, but here. Let's do bonus mining power, bonus tap damage. Let's do more bonus there. Let's try to clear some of these floors. Let's fight the boss now. Okay. So I think we can just go up here. And we can switch over here, and this just might have more coal in it. Okay, and this also has its own depth and new upgrades and stuff like that. Oh god. Which we still have like 300, so let's actually go ahead and just move back. Upgrade you, and let's clear the achievements. Let's go into our augments. A little bit more forge output's not going to hurt anybody. Um, okay. I feel kind of underpowered right now. But then again, we are like 7 floors further along than we was earlier. So we'll kind of let it do its thing for just a second. I'll be back here in just a moment. Alright, so we've made it up to about the end of level 39 right now. I doubt we'll be able to beat this. Not looking great for it. No, we're not going to be able to beat this time. Which is fine. Let's just go to the upgrade tree. Can't afford anything. Nothing that we really need right now. This is the one I actually wanted to go to. What do we get if we prestige? 1100. Let's do it. And so we can increase our tap damage and bonus mining power. Let's just do our tap damage for now. And then we'll unlock that stuff to critical chance. So let's get started on this. We're just going to let this run for just a moment. Let's actually move over here. Buy some upgrades while we're here. Up to level 25 right now. Already. We just have like no upgrades. Next little mission is to tap 10 birds. So we'll just leave the auto clicker sitting there and we'll watch them click it. That was a pretty close one. Well, actually, well, I don't guess it actually was. Alright, so I'm back after a little bit of a hiatus. Oh, got 35 million coins, 155 coal, 38 copper, 390 iron, I think that's amethyst, 1168 gold, 389, I think those are rubies. Um, let's just max buy some upgrades. And we can unlock some new characters. Let's see here. And then we got a reward in the calendar as well. There was a Tweety bird there that no longer exists. Anything else we can get right off the rip here? Oh, let's change this recipe. Let's get some gold started. And we'll also do a little bit of iron. Unlock some achievements here. Let's see here. They all seem to be better than that. But let's just click away. Let's see. We can increase our bonus offline. None of that alchemy is really fantastic. We got to be looking for birds, because our task is to tap 7 more of them. But we're able just to roll through these floors. So now we're on to floor 43. I reckon we ought to probably get our auto clicker started. Save the wrist a little bit. And I think maybe if we leave it up here, we could potentially auto click the birds. Alright, so we unlock Cinnabar. It looks like maybe some sapphires as well. Let's disable the auto clicker for a second. It's cave 50 complete. Let's see here. So we need gold for you, gold for you. We need copper for you. Let's set a second one to be gold as well. Let's do some augments in here as well. Get that up to 35% output boost. Not exactly familiar with how to get to the souls. Oops. Unlock the ruby there. Oh, right there's a bird. The guy with the laser eye, he's kind of not the greatest. So after we defeat this boss floor here, we'll probably try to swap him out with some other guy, and we'll see if they're any better. Laser eye, you can unequip. What does Tetra do? Let's So to me, Guts just seems better. Not much. I mean, he's still very weak, but at least he can punch. What do you do? I'm just curious at this point. Much worse. Let's go back to our upgrade page. A little bit more max, or a little bit more mining power for them. Let's enable the auto clicker again. Make sure to get that bird. Seems like we're starting to get a little bit behind in terms of upgrades again. We can about, well, oops. Meant to just increase mining power, but we'll save up the money to do that here again in just a moment. Able to defeat the boss floor there. Make sure to move back up to get the bird. Increase their bonus mining power by an additional 500% or so. So now their crits are somewhat adequate. Our task requires one more bird to be tapped. Shouldn't take very long here. Let's look back into some of these other things. Oh, right there's the bird. Alright, so now our next one is to purchase 5 upgrades. That's gonna take bloody forever. Is it the same thing here? No. Alright, so we might be able to just kind of bounce between the floors here. We can upgrade Rick here. So we might just stay here for a moment and try to just upgrade Rick. So let's do that real quick. Our tapping is adequate enough here. Also getting a few diamonds. Not doing very much damage at all on this floor, but still able to clear somehow. So we're going to move over to achievements, collect that one, go to our upgrades, and increase their mining power by quite a bit. Let's move to the scrapyard for the first time here. A little bit more bonus damage all the way around. Let's try to save up our money. Realistically, I'm just going to spend it on tap damage. At least for now. I say that as I spend money on their mining power. Oops. Left the auto clicker on there. I think we need to go back to the coal pits. What are you? I actually don't know what that was. Oh, okay. I didn't know that we could spend upgrades here. That's unfortunate. I didn't know that sooner, because that's where we would have been spending all of our upgrades. Just got 23 more there. Not enough to really do anything. Let's go to our recipes. Let's disable these ones. At least for now. Yeah, that's a big bonus, boost to their damage. And then with the auto clicker, we still do somewhat adequate damage. still kind of confused on the whole soul thing. Do we have to prestige? Yes, we do. And we get a ×3 if we get up to 40. So 9,000, what would that be able to get us? Several upgrades? But let's try to get a few achievements here. Alright, we just gotta clear one more boss floor. And then we'll have one. Which, that shouldn't be difficult at all. Let's increase our damage a little bit. And we'll increase their damage a little bit as well. We are not doing near enough damage. I guess we can see what we need to upgrade all of our guys here. I believe we're using you, yeah. So we need 5 more coal and 170 more copper. Alright, for this one's a little bit more manageable. 20 more copper and 25 more iron. We can do that. Anybody else relatively easy? Not in the slightest. But we did get the achievement for clearing 25 boss floors. So do we just take the 11k? Or do we try to save up a little bit more? Let's just go ahead and prestige. Why are we already dealing 11 damage? Get a little bit of stuff from that. We can also double our tap damage. That's probably worth it. Yeah, we're absolutely shredding right now. And we still haven't spent our souls yet either. So, what are we thinking here? Duplication chance? Yeah, that's pretty good. A little bit of money from him. Let's take some... yeah, I think that was a good way to spend all of that. Get a few extra for that. So for right now, we're going to absolutely destroy. Let's real quickly enable another iron smelter. We do not deal near enough damage for that. Let's do that and that. We do now. Amazing what a few upgrades can do for you. So our attacks are dealing 24k right now. If we buy you, it jumps up to 28k. If we buy you, that jumps it up to 35. Kind of tough since we're not getting all of our money. Let's do bonus tap damage, since we are using the auto clicker here. Not going through this floor very fast. That's okay. Let's turn off the auto clicker for a second. Collect another achievement. We are not very far away at all from being able to upgrade you, which will boost his strength by 2.5. I would like to get Rick leveled up, so I guess we can just go mine a bunch of coal, because that'll triple his strength. It increases crit chance, all the fun stuff. Or we could just go for a bunch of iron, or copper, I mean. Well, we can go for a lot of things here. Let's actually just smelt some gold real quick. We could augment that, but I'm not gonna waste my money on that right now. If we prestige right now, we would only get 2,600, so that's probably not worth it yet. Okay. Can't afford anything there, so let's switch over to the coal pits. Up to floor 24, soon to be 25. Going to completely destroy that. Going to be able to defeat this floor, but just barely. Okay. Let's do a little bit bonus tap damage. So It'd be nice if that didn't take 10,000 copper to do. So that's a bit unfortunate. Let's just leave that running for just a moment. Actually, what do we get for prestiging here? 400. What is that enough for? That's a little bit. Let's claim them. So now we do a little bit of bonus damage. And let's do you. So that just over doubled our damage. And crit multiplier went up just a little bit. A few bonuses there as well. Let's double our bonus tap damage as well. Absolutely destroying this, even though we're only dealing 65 damage right now. Might fail this a little bit, but you're not half bad. Let's replace Guts here with Jord. Let's see what Jord does. He throws a card. He's pretty slow, but that is what it is. There we go. Oh, let's fight the boss. I'm going to try to save up for that 12% bonus tap damage. Already further than what we was in that last run. So prestiging definitely worth it. Get to collect another achievement there. Still making gold. What do we need gold for? For Midas here. I don't know if that should be our priority. Let's just start trying to work on maybe you. I feel like that's going to take a while. So maybe we just do copper, since it's a fairly cheap resource to make a bunch of. Go to upgrades, boost our damage quite a bit more. Probably once we get up to 45 or so, we'll prestige yet again. Well, what do we get if we prestige now? Only 500 souls? That would be enough to double our stuff again. Let's hold off on that for just a moment. Let's go check out our scrapyard again. That's going to get us 54 there. Only on floor 5 here. Definitely going to be a close one down to the wire, but I believe we've got it. What's the prestiging look like? Only 74 right now, which would be a 50% increase, but I want at least 100 before we prestige. Let's mark that bird up there. Finally got the scrapyard cruising a little bit. Quite a bit of a damage boost there. Don't even think we're gonna beat this. Yeah, we are. I believe it might be time to prestige this. 356. Yeah, that's probably worth it. Because then we can do you, and then we can do more bonus. Oh, we can actually do increase that to double on everything. Got another achievement for prestiging 5 times. We're pretty close to upgrading Morgan as well. So let's set on auto clicker for just a moment. Moving pretty quickly back through this. I don't exactly remember what floor we was on, but I don't think we were very much further ahead before we hit prestige there. I believe we can upgrade, or we could unlock Cooper, which he has a really low storage, but high damage. Let's take you, get you upgraded. But we will keep on making copper bars. A little bit more tap damage. And we'll let these guys play for just a minute or two. let's go back to the caves. We were away for 12 minutes, got 16 million there. Maxing out some of the upgrades there. We could get up to 1200 there, but that's probably not worth it yet, considering we're able to do 1 point some million damage and absolutely breeze through these boss floors. Not quite as easy this time, but we're still flying through it. Might not be able to get this one. I think we may just have it though. Just barely. So that bumped that up to 6k there, so it's quite a few, but still not great. Bonus tap damage. So that pretty much doubled our damage there. So we're now dealing 2.2 million damage per tap, which is quite a bit. What does that get us up to? Almost 3 million. To floor 77 here. Almost 4 million now. And over 5 mil. And 6.8 million roughly. Not too shabby. And we're about to go up against 480. There's not a chance in the world that we actually beat this. I don't think. Maybe? I'd be kind of surprised. Well, color me surprised. It takes so long there now. What do we get for prestiging? 20k? So we could triple that up to 60k. Let's do that. 62k? Not shabby at all. I don't feel like that bonus mining speed is particularly fantastic. Let's just take a bunch of that. So we got our bonus tap damage up to 5,849 base. So now our task is to tap 25 birds, which is going to be absolutely horrendous in terms of efficiency of doing. Already dealing 154k. Already back up to floor 70 and dealing next to 2 million damage. Got the first 2 upgrades maxed out now. And we're already dealing more damage than what we was in the last run before the prestige, up to 14 million. 18 million, sorry. Two upgrades there will jump us up to 32 mil. Going to be up to floor 91 here. That should about double our damage, up to 73 million. Now 95. Let's see here. Prestige, another 30 million. Get that bird there. Can't increase anything there, but we can collect another achievement. 124 mil. I say we try to push this up to level 100 to unlock another forge. Let's move this up to bird catching territory. All we have to do is beat this boss floor here, and we will have the 4th forge unlocked. That's a new ore. That's platinum and emerald. Okay. Another 2 achievements there. We could increase our bonus mining power a little bit, but why would we do that? Let's get a 4th one on there. 60k? Yeah, there's no point even trying to double that. Let's go to souls. That's enough to get 1 upgrade there, which is huge. Crit chance up a little bit. Duplication up, movement speed up, mining speed up. We'll make them do a little bit more damage as well. Let's get them going a little bit. Another bird down. Another achievement there. So we could increase our bonus tap damage by another 400%. Um, so to get the relics, we have to beat floor 500 here in the caves, which we're a little ways away from. I say that like we're not 400 and some floors away. Dealing over 100 million damage now. Alright, that's floor 100 completed again. Let's just like quadruple their damage. It's still nowhere near enough, but alright, let's leave them there for a moment. Let's go back to the coal pits. Looks like we unlocked a new area as well. Another diamond there. Where are we at in terms of prestiging? 1400? Let's do that. Then we'll increase our attack damage to level 5. I'd say that's probably a worthwhile upgrade. So now we're dealing 265 with 1 upgrade, and 1500 with 6 levels and attack damage flat. Too easy. Too easy. Not going to be an insane clear speed on this, but that's fine. Barely going to get it done. I think that just about doubled our damage there. Doing 111k damage here now. Absolutely shredding. That just about doubled our damage. Let's try to save up to max out our attack damage flat. Just like that. Alright, let's leave that running for a moment. After we pick up this next achievement here. we could unlock Cooper here. I'm trying to think of who he could replace. Maybe Jackie? Sure. Let's change all these over to iron. Uh, 25. Ooh, I forgot about this upgrade. Another 30% bonus tap damage there. But what we can do is just leave here for now. Let's go to the scrapyard again. Where we are absolutely going to shred here for a moment. Until it catches up to us with how much we're skipping. What would we get for prestiging? 732. I feel like that could be worth it. Because that'll be 2 upgrades into tap damage. And we'll use this next series of 4 to build up a little bit of money. Little bitty upgrades, they add up over time. Let's try out the Dragon Mountains. Haven't been here before. So let's just immediately get the auto clicker going. And by default dealing 33 damage, so we should be doing quite a bit more than that now. Okay, new essence there. Getting quite a bit of golden amethyst here. Going to just barely beat that there. Looking to deal quite a bit of more damage now. Almost double our damage there. Definitely noticeable difference. Deal about another 100 or so base damage. Let's buy that upgrade finally, get them somewhat adequate. Gonna skip ahead to 435 here. Well, got a new achievement here for tapping the birds. Let's go back to the caves. Oh, got up to 3.902 A's there. Let's just do that. That seems like the logical thing to do. Now we're dealing A's in damage, whatever that means. I think that's billion? Absolutely shredding right now. Let's make that a little bit worse. Or, I guess better. Almost dealing 2A damage. Dead bird now. Okay. 170k if we prestige. I would say that's probably worth it, but especially it will be because we're gonna triple it. Let's go to our achievements first. That's our 10th prestige. Let's do more bonus tap damage. Got that up to an extreme amount of 30k, so now we're doing 10k base damage. So it's time to auto clicker our way through. We are 7 upgrades in and already dealing over 100k damage. That's maxed flat damage. Now we're dealing 71 million damage already. Well, have we spent maybe 2 minutes getting back to where we were so far? Already back into the A's in damage. dealing around 4 A's, so 4 billion damage. Make that 6 billion, or almost 7. Now we're doing almost 9. Let's see what kind of upgrades we can do here. Sure, a little bit of bonus tap damage. I wonder what those mythic gems do. Let's see if I can find them anywhere. Not that I can see. What we got here? Another 300k? Which isn't that. This is going to sound bad, but that's really not that many. Oh, let's fight the boss here. I'm sure we can actually defeat it with our tapping. I'm dealing almost 50 billion damage every click now. Boost up their damage just ever so slightly. Oops. Would be able to get 600k. That could be worth it, but before we do that, let's go cycle back through all of the other mines. We're dealing pretty good damage now. We're going to skip 10 floors. Might be able to here. Yep, 85. Not bad, not bad. 7,000, what would that do for us? Quite a bit. Increase a bunch of our just random sporadic upgrades at that point throughout there. Another achievement just popped in. Already back up to floor 55. Not going to be able to skip any floors here. Whoops, bought the wrong upgrade. That's fine. Quite a few upgrades there. Um, I'd like to save up to 160 to double our bonus tap damage again. Bayou. Yeah, we won't quite do that. Dealing 10 million damage now on coal pits. It's not bad. Got 5 more birds for our task. Maybe 7,000, that's not really worth it yet. But let's head down to the scrapyard, check it out again. Not making very much progress here. We'd be able to get 1,800. Is that worth it? Maybe. A little bit too easy there. Got another bird there. Just waiting on, well, let's just do that. Not bad progress there. Only 3,000 souls. Would be minorly worth it. Let's head to the Dragon Mountains to check it out again. Would like to see that over 1,000,000 there. Oh, so we can max out our attack damage flat. Two of those upgrades might be actually worth it. Easy? Not as easy. We'll be down to the wire here. Flat damage is maxed out now. How are we looking prestige-wise? 1408? Definitely worth it. We've kind of stalled out a little bit. There we go. Be good upgrades there. So we should be able to fly back to just where we were. Not a whole lot of money to be made in these first few floors. One bird away from completing the task. Purchase a few more upgrades there. Let's see if we can beat floor 45. Looks like we will with ease. Alright, and that's another task done. And And our tap damage flat is now max level. Destroying 10,000 blocks probably won't take that long. What do we need soul-wise? That would normally be pretty close. We can upgrade Jackie here, which we're not using Jackie right now. Let's keep on just making more iron, because we need it. And let's go back to the caves. 3 whole upgrades there. But, you know, that's quite a bit of damage, because it's very much exponential. A little bit of damage helps every time. Oh, that's a boss battle. Probably shouldn't turn off the auto clicker for it. A little bit more damage, up to 204 billion per click. Need a lot for it to actually matter. That's getting pretty close to it actually mattering. That was not good English, but it's what it is. Okay, what was we doing here? Let's go ahead and claim that. Go into our souls here. Bump that up 3 times. Increase that quite a bit. This will get us quite a few resources. Already dealing 368,000 damage. And we've got 6 upgrades to our damage. Up to level 130. I mean, no skipping of floors this time. Looks like we got another quest done. I really wonder what that's for. 2 more upgrades there. Now let's shred quite a bit. And already up to being able to get 468,000 souls again. Each upgrade right now is getting us about 100k%. That's quite a bit. It's going to be a win here, but just barely. Almost 1,000,000 souls. That's not worth it. Looks like I'm getting another achievement for earning 1,000,000,000 caves coins. And that's actually enough to let us buy another boost to our tap damage. Dealing 1,000,000,000 damage now. Not bad. Probably about, oh, it's only 1.35 billion damage. I was figuring it was going to be much higher. Now we're dealing a little bit over 2 billion damage. Oh, goodness. How are we looking prestige-wise? 2.8 mil? Let's do it. Got actually several more upgrades than I was expecting to get there. Alright, just over doubled the speed of my auto clicker, but it's as low as it'll go without breaking the sound. There's 150 beat again. Those cost quite a bit of money. How are we doing? Yeah, that's the upgrade we're looking for, which is 500 there of the iron. Still kind of breaks the audio after a second, but that's fine. We didn't need audio, did we? At this point, I think it may be in our best interest to go ahead and prestige. Yes, yes it is. Let's go to our souls. Got both of our powers up to level 10. And it looks like we got another achievement. This one is for tap any block 100k times. Because that's a reasonable thing to ask for. Let's fight the boss here to get to level 100. Not bad there. Let's look at the soul. So looks like our next upgrade's about 12k or so a piece. Only 56, so that's not worth it. Let's just go ahead and make another trip to the scrapyard. Just flying through that. Pretty simple there. So soul-wise, I'd say that's definitely worth it. Increase our tap damage by quite a bit. Definitely dealing ample damage for now. We are no longer dealing ample damage. Max that out and start working on tap damage. Let's let that run for just one more moment. Definitely should be able to get a few floors further in. Yeah, let's prestige. Okay, so those other crystals could be used for more upgrades. Who would have figured? I believe that's an upgrade we can do. Let's upgrade Cooper here. What does Cooper do again? He sometimes triples raw metals mined. Uh, let's get Cooper an upgrade there. Let's fight the boss here. Max that out there. Should be exponentially growing damage here. Floor of 70 didn't stand a chance there. It's not looking like 80 is either. Looks like we're still dealing ample damage over here, at least for the moment. $4 billion seems to be good enough. Sorry, so we're at 3.9. Now we're at 4.398. Gonna be a very close battle. So it's definitely worth just buying the tap damage upgrades for now. Definitely not more economical. Because now we're dealing 9 billion damage. Or 9B damage, I should say. How are we looking prestige-wise? We could probably use it. Let's hold off until we get to about maybe floor 170. I'd rather this be a little bit faster going, but now doing 18 billion damage. Looks like we're going to defeat this with ease. Might be able to pass this floor. $10 million. Let's go ahead and do it. Three upgrades to tap damage. 3 upgrades to mining. Chance to duplicate resources is up to 3%. Prestiging also helps us with our task right now, which was to destroy 10,000 blocks. That's another one of those tasks that just take a while. Get up to floor 150 here. With pretty minimum leveling. Already back up to dealing 10 billion or 10B damage. Now 13B. Looks like we've got an achievement. Imagine there's going to be a lot of percentage upgrade within those next 5 levels of tap damage there. Like this next upgrade is 3,000,000%. So we're now dealing, what is that, 35 Bs? Not too shabby. Nothing we can really do with that. Anyhow, I believe I'm going to let this run for a little bit, and I will be back with you. Alright, so we're back after a quick little hiatus there of 4 hours. Got 392 billion coins, a bunch of resources there as well. Let's max you out and purchase some tap upgrades. And with the auto clicker, we just absolutely fly through this. We'll just try to save up to max out the previous generation of upgrades as well. I got a few upgrades in there. What do we get for prestiging now? 79 million souls. That could be quite a few upgrades. Alright, we don't have any coal. Progress is definitely slow. But if we really want to make anything up, we need to go back to the coal pits. That's almost enough coal there for that upgrade. So we'll try to do a quick little run through here to get up to the 2,500 coal that we need. I believe that might be it. It is. So that next upgrade on for Rick costs 20,000 coal. That's going to take a little bit of time to get to. Purchase a few upgrades there. What do we get for prestiging? 780k. Definitely worth it. Let's go ahead and just jump through these floors. Already dealing 500k damage. I'm not going to be able to fly through this floor here. Still able to beat it though. Let's look at the inventory. We got quite a bit of coal now, so let's check out the scrapyard real quick again. You're gonna be able to fly through these pretty quickly, I reckon. We'll be able to beat this floor, it's not by much, so it's probably time to prestige. Uh, 165k, definitely. So let's take more tap damage and more mining power, a little bit extra mining speed. We'll just purchase whatever we can realistically. Just flying through these floors. Up to 24 million damage. Now 63. Over 1 billion damage now. Pretty solid. It's not worth prestiging yet, but let's take a trip to the Dragon Mountains. We get all the rewards right there. And we'll just take all the tap damage we can. Just to try to push as far ahead as we can for right now. And we'll prestige. This is gonna be a little bit. This is gonna be tight. They're doing like no damage to the blocks at this point. So let's prestige here. And get an achievement for prestiging 3 times today. We could unlock some new guys, but I think we'll hold off on that for now. Anyway, let's go to our upgrades, go to souls. Upgrade our attack damage by quite a bit. I think we should be able to push this right back over to level, or floor 100 pretty quickly here. Already up to floor 95. And that's floor 100 beat. Alright, let's leave that running there for just a moment. Let's head back to the caves. Let's see what we got in achievements tab here. Crafting 2,500 items. I'd like to save up for that 750 there. I believe if we tap, this shouldn't be too terribly difficult to do. Or we could prestige for 100 million. And let's triple it, why not? So let's take damage boost. Duplication chance can go up, movement speed up. Already dealing 6.6 million damage. That's with very minimal upgrades as well. Already dealing 3A damage without even purchasing any of the second set of damage upgrades. That'll take us up to floor 190. Up to dealing C's of damage. It should take us up to about 2.5. Oh, we unlocked uranium. Two more achievements there. Those upgrades just really don't seem worthwhile. Maybe we try unlocking both of these, so we'll need copper to do that. So let's change the recipe over to copper. I feel like that might be they might sync, or they might like help each other out. Be really good for us. It's not worth prestiging yet, but it does kind of feel like we hit a wall. Not really worth it yet. We'll leave that running for just a moment. Let's move back over towards the coal pits. We should absolutely shred here until we skip levels. So it looks like 260. I'd probably be 2 upgrades. Just try to push this a little bit more. And that's a daily goal complete. I would like to get you up to the 20k, that was so we can upgrade you to a 3-star. Let's go ahead and let's claim that bird real quick. And then let's prestige. It's not going to hurt anything to do that. We could increase our attack damage 3 times. And we'll just buy everything we can. Whoops. Shouldn't take very long at all to get back up to where we were. Oops. It's going to be the other daily quest complete. And we can unlock Brocker now. So we need to get gold and red to upgrade them. So let's swap all of these over to gold. Other than you. here. Who are our two weakest guys? Let's get rid of you. Maybe get rid of you as well. Maybe that's good. I don't really know. Maybe that gives us a little bit of a multiplier or something. Purchase the bonus tap damage there. And we're back up to floor 160. Might be able to actually purchase some upgrades after running through these next 4 floors. We're not really keeping up damage-wise. Let's go ahead and prestige again. It's gonna be another achievement for prestiging 25 times. So let's take tap damage twice, a little bit extra bonus mining power. Crit chance can go up, mining speed can go up. Well, let's get back to where we were. Another achievement just came in. Alright, so right now we're dealing 1.86 million damage. Let's go to the shop, and we can purchase another 1600 for attack damage. Alright, so I think that doubled our damage. So that's great. It's really good. And that doubles our damage everywhere. Almost up to 2,000 coal again. We're able to go through these floors fairly quickly. Got back up to floor 185. Seems like we're starting to stagnate out just a little bit. But that's probably just due to a lack of funds coming in from going through the floor so quickly. We'll let them do their own thing for a second. It just takes forever to actually make what we need. Let's transmute one of you. And then we can make 80, but that's not enough. So I got us almost up to half of what we need for one of them. Floor 186. Dealing 17 B damage. 5 million if we prestige. Got another achievement down here. Let's go ahead and prestige. Some more tap damage, more mining power. Duplication chance up to 4% now. Just able to absolutely shred through these starting 100 floors. Already back up to floor 176 there. But I believe we'll leave that running for just a moment. And we'll hop back over to the scrapyard. Hmm. Nowhere near the damage I was hoping to carry. Let's go ahead and prestige again. Progress really slowed down there. Let's let that run. Go back to the Dragon Mountains. Gonna absolutely mop these next few floors. Is it worth prestiging? 162k? Probably. Dealing 120 base damage. Not bad. Back up to floor 120 now. Making good progress on our way back. Not going to be able to skip any floors here. Oops. But we'll make a bunch of coinage. So we'll let that do its thing, and we'll head back to the caves. If we look into the shop here, we could purchase that, but I kind of want to save up the 240 for the increased tap damage again. Um, yeah, I mean, it's just going to take a little bit of time. Not even close on that yet. Um, we could make those, but I don't really want to. Whispers, 190 mil in the prestige. That's enough for one tap upgrade. Let's get the auto clicker going, and we'll see how much it jumps up by when we get up to like level, what, floor 215 or so. Was actually able to skip the next 10 floors. Gonna be able just to barely squeak this out. Prestiging now 288. Yeah, let's do that. So we got 2 tap damage upgrades. One or two mining power, some crit chance, and resource multiplier. All very solid upgrades. Just able to absolutely shred through these floors. We're gonna have to play through the next 4 floors now, but that's fine. Give us a little bit of time to catch up monetary wise. Already dealing 4 Cs of damage. Now it's 9 Cs with 4 upgrades. able to easily cruise through that floor. Going to take us back up to floor 215. So I mean, we're right back to where we was. Not quite able to skip ahead to 220 there, but it'll buff. Just unlock something. What did it ping me for? Oh, I bet you we had temporarily got to where we could unlock Midas. Not our biggest concern right now. Yeah, that's what it is. I think we do get bonuses for everyone that we unlock, so let's do that. Maybe not. Well, we got a bonus for upgrading him, so that's fine. Cannot afford our next upgrade yet, but we can now. Gonna be able to jump up to 225 here. And gonna jump up to 230 here. This one's gonna be close on if we're gonna be able to defeat it. Not looking great for it. So we'll jump back a little bit, grind up some money. Or what we could do, 366 million for prestige. It's only one upgrade. Let's just stay here and grind up a little bit of money. Should be able to defeat that boss floor now. Relative ease. New achievement. $500 mil. Let's hold off just. Let's see if we can't push up to floor 235. Pretty slow progress though. Not really dealing enough damage here. Gonna move up to the boss floor here. Looks like we'll be able to defeat it. But then let's go ahead and prestige for 900 million coins. Or souls. Gonna be 2 upgrades to attack damage. Quite a few upgrades to mining power there as well. What do we want to take here? Crit chance is pretty good. Alright, let's start flying back up through these floors. Already about to deal a billion damage. Now we're dealing 10 billion. And now 3 trillion. It's just kind of insane how quickly that scales. And I have to use 221 through 225 as building floors. Only dealing 60 Cs of damage, whatever that is. Let's see here, got another achievement down here. And we can actually double our tap damage again. I'm sure that will help greatly. Let's move back over to the upgrade page. easily able to go through floor 225 there. More tap damage, almost dealing 1d damage per tap. It's still really not enough. Up to floor 240 now, so definitely the furthest that we've been. So not quite able to defeat the boss there. Let's go back to it, see if we can do it now that we're actually tapping. Looks like we'll be able to do it just barely. No upgrades available. So 1A souls, what would that get us? Maybe 2 upgrades. Let's try to push up to 250. Might be a good idea. Screw it, let's go ahead and do it. 2 upgrades to tap and 2 upgrades to mining power. Doing okay there. Not really doing great there, but let's see how quickly we can move up through these floors here. Already dealing right next to 1 billion damage. Oops. Already up to a 165, make that 175. I purchased the wrong upgrades there, but that's fine. I guess we could do those upgrades there. Get the Tweety Bird there. Yeah, it's getting kind of interesting here. His progress is not particularly fast. So I think what we do is let's back off of the cave world for now. Let's go make a trip back to all of our other pits. I'm gonna absolutely shred through this coal here, because we do have double the tap damage of what we did the last time we were here. What would prestiging do for us here? 10 mil? Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. Having the extra coal isn't going to hurt anyway. I have to play through these floors here, unfortunately. We'll let it do its thing for a second. Only need to destroy another 7,300 blocks for our task, which will give us our 5 upgrade points. So critical. Up to floor 220 there. Let's deal a little bit more damage all the way around. 34 mil. That would be a few upgrades. Let's just head to the scrapyard for a moment. Got a few resources there. Up to floor 155. How are we looking prestige-wise here? Much needed prestige. Do do do. It could be good to go ahead and start working on some of these upgrades. It would be nice if there was a way to make that a little bit faster, though. Let's get back up to where we were. Forgot to purchase the upgrades there. Purchase a few more upgrades here. Hopefully we can get back to about floor 200 here pretty quick. So I don't think that resets between... No, it doesn't. Okay. And I certainly just purchased the wrong upgrades. And we'll be on the 150 here. Gonna be easily able to beat it. No problems there. This one's starting to slow down quite a bit as well. 1.8 mil. Yeah, that's probably worth it. Alright, so I turned the auto clicker down to 1 millisecond now between clicks. So we should be dealing 4 times the amount of click damage now, roughly. Still getting upgrades fairly commonly. This is going to be a tight race down to the end here. I believe we've got it. Alright, let's make the jump back to the Dragon Mountains. And in our achievements, we'll get 25 more upgrade tokens there. That's ridiculously expensive. When you think about it. So I think these are close to doubling every time? That's ridiculous. Like, you would have to buy like either one of these before it ever became worthwhile. And that's just not happening. Yeah, auto clicker. Resources coming in look like a rainbow. Much slower this time through. Alright, let's prestige. Should be worthwhile. Almost 700k souls. 3 upgrades to tap damage, 4 to mining power. Crit chance can go up. Almost dealing 1,000,000 damage with just level 3 tap damage flat. And just remember, we should be clicking about 1,000 times a second, roughly. Already back up to floor 135. I think we was at 150 before the prestige. We'll use these next 4 floors to farm up some cash. Hmm. We could get some skip floor chance. I don't really know if that's worth it or not. Um, hmm. We're pretty much back up to where we was, 3 levels shy of it right now. Just able to defeat that. Let's head back to the caves. Less than 50 blocks away from meeting our task now. There we go. And that's floor 250 clear. Just barely was able to defeat that boss floor there. That's barely worth it, but I think that's going to be all the time I have for today's episode. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe. If you want to see more, drop a comment and like as well. But I'll see you in the next one. Peace.